Hi, I'm Alexander, and today I'll be reviewing number 29 on the SAT calculator section of Test 8. Number 29 is a word problem that states, a photocopy machine is initially loaded with 5,000 sheets of paper. The machine starts a large job and copies at a constant rate. After 20 minutes, it has used 30% of the paper. Which of the following equations models the number of sheets of paper P remaining in the machine m minutes after the machine started printing? So one key piece of information is that the machine copies at a constant rate. And that means the graph of this equation will be linear. And that's because the rate between these 2 points and the rate between these 2 points will be the same, meaning the rate is constant. So the equation for a line is y equals mx plus b, where b is the y-intercept and m is the slope. So right off the bat, none of these equations look identical to the one I wrote up, but we can easily rearrange this one to y equals b plus mx. And this equation here looks like A and B. However, it does not look like C and D, and that's because C and D are not linear equations. So therefore, as the equation has to be linear, we can eliminate C and D. So graph this problem. So I'll draw the axes, and in the x-axis we'll have m, or minutes, and in the y-axis we'll have paper, and it's the paper that we have left, which is important. So initially we have 5,000 sheets of paper left, so we'll put 5,000 here, and at the end we'll have 0 sheets of paper left, so we'll put 0 in for here, and then since the amount of paper left we have is always decreasing and at a constant rate, our graph will look like that. The next thing to do is label the x values. So we'll have like 10, 20, 30, and these are in minutes, and 40, and so on. So now we want to create our equation for this problem. So we know that the y-intercept from this graph is 0, 5,000. So we'll plug in 5,000 in for b. So we have y equals 5,000 plus mx. So the only thing we're missing now is the slope, which is m. So to find the slope, we need to have 2 points. We already have one of them, and if we look at the problem, we can find the other one. It says after 20 minutes, so that's right here, 30% of the paper has been used. So our points here, and 20 is the x value because 20 minutes. And we don't quite know the y value, but we do know that we use 30% of the paper. So I'm going to take 30% of 5,000, which is 1,500. But that's not the y value because that's the amount that we used. As said before, the y-axis is the amount of paper we have left. So we need to subtract 5,000 by 1,500. So when we do that, we get 3,500. And that's the y value. So our end coordinate is 23,500. So now we have 2 points. So we can simply do the rise over the run, or the change in y over the change in x, which equals slope. So change in y over change in x equals slope, which equals 5,000 minus 3,500 over 0 minus 20, and that equals 1,500 over negative 20, which that equals negative 75. So our slope is negative 75. So substituting that back in for m, we have y equals 5,000 minus 75x. And that's our final equation for this problem. And this matches up with b. So the answer would be b. Thank you for watching.